Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome to Harbour Town Golf Links 2020. This is a LiDAR version and a very accurate version of the course. It was designed by the very talented RCR designer Anders Matheson. We are playing off the black tees, which are playing 7,033 yards. We have set the fairways to soft, greens to soft and the wind speed to low, because if like me you've been following the RBC Heritage Tournament, the course is playing very easy for the golfers out there with the soft conditions and the very low wind speeds. So really looking forward to playing this. I've actually not played the entire 18 on this course. It did feature on my match play video against the TGC Tours players. So hole number 1, par 4, playing 407 yards. Certainly don't want to land on the left hand side of this fairway due to the trees. So I am applying a touch of fade and hopefully we can take that ball to the right hand side of this first fairway. My swing lately has been a bit of a hit and a miss. Just struggling with my swing tempo and lines at times, but that's not a bad opening tee shot. And with the fade, we should have a fantastic line of sight into this first green. But this really is a very strategic course, guys. You've really got to be careful off the tee box here. So greens are soft, so 106 yards. We can just apply a touch of fade here. A touch of loft here. Allow that 3 mile/hour wind to take us round towards the pin. There's a far superior swing line. Should sit down fairly quickly. I actually didn't need to loft that up as much as what we did. But we do have a 9-foot putt. Green speeds are 184. This one's going to break left downhill. Good weight. Oh, and it just turns into the left edge of the cup. And we do pick up an opening birdie. So, hole number 2 is a short par 5 playing 501 yards. Easiest hole on the course at stroke index 18. But I really can't speak highly enough of this designer, Anders Matheson. He's a bit of an RCR specialist. So once again, just watching, or should I say taking care with our tee placement. It's an absolute laser beam. It's another hole where you do not want to be too far right. Otherwise you are going to have a huge fade into the second green. So 197 yards, 2 mile/hour wind. We are going to loft up this 5-iron. We're aiming left of the green and just try to counteract that with a touch of fade. This is going to be an aggressive line here. Just try to avoid the bunker and the heavy rough and come over the top of this tree. Really good strike. The fade's really kicked in. Oh, this could be an ideal line to take. Should release out of here. Is it going to sit down in this green? No. It is going to set us up for an eagle opportunity. Probably looking about an 8 to 9 foot putt here. 7 feet. But as you can see with the greens, they do pose a good challenge with the reeds. Especially the speed as well. So just touch that. Oh, that's not going to turn. Just played that a little bit heavy. A little bit heavy-handed there. And with that, we do drift past the edge. But we should pick up the second prize, which is a birdie. And we do move to 2 under par. But I've really been enjoying the first 2 rounds of the RBC Heritage 2020 at this fantastic course. And like I say, this is a very good rendition of Harbour Town. So once again, just being careful of where I land. Middle of the fairway, or right side of the fairway here is ideal. So you've got a line of sight into the green. Feels as if I've got dartitis here, guys. I do apologise. There we go. We do eventually get our swing off. Slight push to the right, but that's going to work in our favour. This fairway is going to kick slightly over to the left, just a tiny bit there. It's another good setup. Like I say, probably don't want to be too far right either due to the hanging trees. 170 yards. Just going to loft up the 7-iron. try to put this one as close to the flagstick as possible. Should sit down really quickly for us with the amount of loft we have applied on these soft greens. Great execution. This is tracking well. Should sit down pretty quickly. A little bit of run out there, which I didn't expect. But look at that. It is going to set us up for a simple tap-in birdie putt from 2 feet, which we do convert. So great start to this round. We do move to 3 under through the first 3 holes. But this isn't a course review, guys. Like I said at the start of the video, I've been watching the tournament as much as I can, and it really gives you... It's like Wimbledon. You want to go and play tennis. You know, I just really had a craving to go and play this course. But this is a very tough par 3. I do feel we're really in between clubs here. This is when I wish I had about a 6-7 mile per hour winds in my face so I could play a lofted up 5 iron. We're going to have to really de-loft this 6 iron. Just try to land this on the fringe, front of the green. Water to the left. Tough putt if we go too far right. And danger at the back of the green if we're too long. So quite a challenging hole. Oh, I've pushed that right. Yardage was going to be really, really good too. Just a pity we pushed that right. It's going to give us a pin high putt almost. But I reckon we're going to be about 18 feet, 20 feet away from the cup due to that push. 15 feet. Not as bad as I expected. But like I said, the greens are challenging here. This is a tough read. Don't want to play this too firm. Need that to start turning. I've lost it. I tell you what, that drops in an edge, and what a fantastic putt that is, guys. Why? How come I'm seeing through my character there? I don't know if anyone else noticed that. I was like, I could look through his waist there. That was quite weird. But let's move on to hole number 5, which is a par 5, playing 535 yards, stroke index 16. Tight green, tight fairway here. I think we can really attack this left-hand side though. Fairways are made tight with the enclosed trees. We've absolutely boomed that. Hopefully we just come up short of this cart path. Don't think we could have played that ball much better. It does eventually check up than what we did. But that's 231 yards. Oh, this is not the new green. This looks like the old green here. Certainly doesn't look like the one it's featured at the RBC Heritage this week so far. But 2 iron, it's the only club we can really hit here. Good strike despite lofting that up a few touches. It's going to be long though. It's one club it just doesn't seem to really alter with loft or de-loft. So we do overshoot the green. It's going to leave us a little chip. From 9 yards out, we can go and attack this. I think this course actually hosted. Get in. Oh, very attacking line, very attacking pace, and we've actually knocked that probably about 6-7 feet past. But this did host the 2-sim RBC Heritage back in April. I think there's a tour version of this as well, which I've yet to play. Need that to turn. I tell you what, our putt line. I think we had a good read on that, but if you look at our putt line, we slightly pulled it to the left. But like I say, I think there is a tour version of this course. But for me, this is the most realistic version of Harbour Town, and that's why I've set the conditions to soft, guys. I can't recall what the default settings were. But hole 6, short par 4. It's another shot where you're going to have to shape on this 6 tee box. Don't want to be long left here. Just try to fade this round and hopefully hold the left hand side of this fairway. There is a bunker up there, as you've seen by the overhead camera. Bit of a dirty swing line. It looks like we may just about hold the left hand side. Didn't want to be as far left as that. That trees on the left hand side could well be in play with this pin set. No, they're not. We're just going to avoid the branches. So 114 yards. This sand wedge with a touch A deal off should be a bit. Well, hold on, we've got a 4 mile per hour wind. Let's have a look at the green. Just going to take a touch of deal off because that wind is fluctuating out here. Not the cleanest of swings. It's going a little bit more to the left than I would have liked, but it did sit down. I was actually aiming for that to the right hand side of the pin, but we do have a little 5 foot putt. It is uphill. It's going to turn hard right. Needs to turn. It does turn. It's another good read. Really not happy with my putt line the first few holes, but this course is located in South Carolina on the Sea Pines Plantation on Hilton Head Island. And from 1969 to currently, it has hosted the RBC Heritage on the PGA Tour. So it's another par 3. The par 3s in this course, guys, are absolutely fantastic. I think collectively they could well be my favourite par 3s on any course. Once again, in between clubs, just going to opt to sting this 5 iron and avoid this tree on the left. So just applying a touch of draw here and see if we can use the contours off the green, which is certainly going to turn right. This one's all about yardage. It's a great strike. Absolute laser beam of a strike. This is on track. Has it got the legs to run up this green? Looks like it's just going to come up a little bit short, but there's the contours of the green. Like I suggested, it didn't turn to the right. But this course was designed by Pete Dye, Jack Nicklaus, and I actually think Davis Love III, who's actually having a good round, or a good first 2 rounds at the Heritage, had a say as well. But it is ranked high among golf courses in America by Golf Digest and Golf Magazine. As we've seen, the course does consist of narrow fairways, overhanging oak and pine trees, and along with the Atlantic Dunes, formerly known as Ocean Course, Heron Point, make up the Sea Pines Resort. So it's another tee shot where we have to be careful of where we're going to land this. 2 mile per hour wind is just, oh, I've pushed that. A 2 mile per hour wind is just going to help us. Now, with that slight push, this tree could be an issue now. I want it to be centre of the fairway there. We didn't go as far right as I expected us to. But no, as you can see, the overhanging tree there, just out with our reach. So we're going to loft up this 8 iron. It's another pin that I'm really looking to attack. Just applying a touch of fade. Aiming left of the flag. Just making sure that tree's out the equation. It would be close, but I don't want to take the risk. So the fade and the wind should hopefully take us back round towards the flag stick. It's a laser beam. Oh, I went too far to the right. Should have a putt for birdie, but just applied too much fade there. So it's going to be a 17-foot putt for birdie. This one is going to break quite aggressive to the left, especially at the halfway point of this putt. Far superior putt line. And I tell you what, the putter's red hot today, guys. I think we've only had one birdie putt that we did miss. In all fairness, it was a tough putt. We do move to 7 under par. Hole number 9, final hole of the front 9, short par 4, playing 326 yards, stroke index 14. I think we can just about play the big dog here. Just aiming left and allowing that wind to take us over to the right hand side where it has a larger landing area. Once again, it's another poor swing line. That could well be in the heavy rough here. It is. Actually might be light rough. It's only one cut. So it is light rough. It's not too punishing. Pin location right at the back of that green. So we're just going to loft up this lob wedge and fully attack this. Oh, I've put a slow on it. That is a huge mistake. Put a slow on it. Horrible swing line. And we have really been punished for that. Like I did say at the start of the video, you've got very little margin of error on some of these holes. That should run out. That's in. Oh, it just veers off to the left. I thought for 1 second. Well, I was hopeful for 1 second that it was going to drop. Unfortunately, it didn't.
Well done. And that'll keep you at 7 under.
So we are going to remain at 7 under. But I think on that 9th hole there, guys, that if it's low tide and you do unfortunately hit the beach, it's not out of bounds. I'm sure you can play off the sand at low tide. So a nice little fact there. Hole number 10, mid-range par 4. We're just setting this down the left-hand side. That was an intentional fast. It's another fair where we do not want to be on the right-hand side, guys, due to the tree line and the overhang off the trees.
Okay, looks like we have around
So prime location,
yards to go.
157 yards out. So 8 iron, lofting this up. Certainly want this to be on the right hand side of the pin if possible. So we are taking that line. It's a great strike. To be fair, that wind's not moved me a touch, and that is a really unkind bounce. I allowed for the wind and the slope at her feet. It didn't move 1 yard. So it's another shot where we have been punished just by margins. Let's see if we can chip this in from 7 yards out. Going to be really aggressive here. Is it going to turn? Oh, wow, it did turn despite putting a slow on it. We do manage to rescue the birdie, and we do move to 8 under par. But what an enjoyable course this is, guys. Like I say, I've been sat in front of the TV for probably about 5-6 hours combined, 3 hours a day so far, and the likeness is very, very good. So it's another decent swing, just trying to find the centre of the fairway here, just try to eliminate the overhanging trees. But you watch the guys here, even with the course that I've set here, I've set it to soft. The guys are teeing up, even Bryson DeChambeau, and the ball is just dropping dead on the fairway. It really is. The course is very, very soft. It's an immaculate condition, but unfortunately at this game we can't play like the pros due to the physics. It's got nothing to do with the designer, but that's hopefully something that's going to be addressed in the PGA Tour 2K21. I've pushed that right, needs to come back. Yardage is going to be really good as well. Just that slight push right. We're very fortunate not to catch that overhanging tree there. But yardage was bang on. Just that slight push right, taking us 8 feet away. This ball's breaking both ways. Just going right side of the flag stick. And we do manage to turn in another birdie. And we're keeping this birdie train going on the back 9. Hole number 12, par 4, playing 431 yards, stroke index 3. But honestly, this is just such a fabulous course to play. Really enjoying this. So once again, trying to find left-hand side of this fairway. Don't want to be too close to the right-hand side due to the tree and lack of sight for our approach shot into the green. Bit of a wonky swing line. We're getting away with that though. This should release fairly well for us. Now the players are not, I can assure you, not getting that run out on the greens at all. Like I've said, on the majority of holes, they are attacking the fairways, but the ball is just dropping stone dead. Very little run out. So just going to deal off this gap wedge. 3 mile per hour wind in our face to try to get this as close to the flagstick as possible. Wind's changing. It's a far better strike. This is tracking really, really well. This could be in. Get in. Oh, wow. And if you haven't already done so, guys, please hit that like button if you do appreciate good golf shots, because you certainly just see one there. And with that eagle, we do move to 11 under par. Hole number 13, short par 4, playing 374 yards. Stroke index 15. It's another tight fairway. I'm just hoping the wind's going to take us over to the right hand side. Don't want to be short left here due to the tree line once again. That's an unintentional fast. Did not mean that fast, and we are not going to get out of trouble easily here. It's another unlucky bounce.
Oops.
The 2 or 3 times where we've been punished due to poor shots, it's really punishing us. So 73 yards out. I think we could play the full lob wedge here. If I can find it. There we go. So 85 to 93, 4 mile per hour wind. That wind in my face is actually ideal. Just going to fully loft up this lob wedge. This should drop or stop on a dime. Shouldn't be too far. Ball's going to move to the left a bit due to the bunker, but we've accounted for that. This should be tracking well. Still went a little bit left, but great recovery shot from the bunker. Great use of the yardage. And that's going to leave us with a fairly simple 8-foot putt. This is probably one of the easiest putts that we have had from this range. Just going outside right edge. Wow, it didn't turn, but in all fairness, I overplayed the power there. Just a bit too much pace in that ball. But just looking back, I'm still convinced that should have turned. I really do believe that putt should have turned, but I'll take it on the chin. I'll put my hand up and say I shouldn't have played it as firm as that. But looking back at the break there again, I think that should have turned. As we do move on to the hardest hole, jeez, oh guys, on the course. It's another stunning par 3, playing 187 yards, water on the right. You cannot be wrong here. You've got to be bang on. Slow to push right, you're in the water. So 7 iron, an attacking line here. That wind should help us. I've pushed it slightly right, but it's within the cone. It's still going right though. Yardage is going to be beautiful too. Yardage was absolute fantastic. Green fortunately turns back and makes our shot look far better than what the intended outcome was. And that is going to reward us with another birdie after the disappointment of the poor read on the previous hole. And we do move to 12 under par. Really didn't expect to have this kind of round, to be all fair. It is a fantastic course. As we do move on to hole number 15, par 5. Playing 569 yards, stroke index 17. This is a dog leg left. Very tight, narrow fairway here. What a fantastic course from Anders. Like I say, this is the first time I've played the full 9. So certainly want to be on the right hand side of this fairway. Looks like it's going to kick a little bit over to the right. It's another par 5 that we should be able to reach quite comfortably in 2. Tell you what, depending on how this kicks, we could be in trouble here. No, kick straight forward, slightly veering off to the right now, in prime location. But it's another push right. So 261 yards. Ooh. We can fade it. I'm trying to find the gap in between the 2 bunkers. Whether or not we're going to carry this tree is a different matter. But you're just seeing the gap right there between that 2 bunkers. That's the line I'm trying to find, just about there. I think we may just catch this tree though, guys. I don't think we'll have enough loft to climb over that. Yeah, we have caught the tree. It's a great line though. Slightly pushed it right as well. But we do fortunately kick through, and that is going to reward us with a flop shot 20 yards out. So we're going to fully loft this up. Let's have a quick look at the green. I think about an 85% power here we should be bang on. I've got 100. I really didn't mean 100% swing and a fast, and with that ball's shot about 12 feet past. Can't believe that. 12 feet bang on, by the way. Really tried for an 85%, so it's another tough birdie putt. Don't want to play this firm, just playing as dead weight. Hopefully the break takes it round. Oh, we've over-aligned for the break. Just coming up on the low side there.
Almost.
Didn't respect the break enough.
This wasn't meant to be a
So disappointed to pick up par there. But with that, we are going to remain at 12 under par with 3 holes to play.
coming off a par on the last one. Let's see what happens here.
Just going to check out the course details here a quick second, guys, with the course challenges. Just a specific one that I wanted to check. Okay. I do apologise for that. I will be returning to this course to try and complete all these challenges. But it has shown that I've not played this round in its entirety. This course, should I say, in its entirety. We did play 9 holes here on the match play event against the TGC or Tour's top players, but that's a fantastic tee shot. Shouldn't come into contact with his tree. Should leave us a nice gap between that tree and the bunker.
I'd say it's about 120 yards or so.
So it's going to be another wedge, 118 yards, 5 mile per hour wind. It's slightly going to hold us up and take us to the right, so we're just going to loft up this gap wedge just a little touch. Greens are soft, so we should get a lot of traction on this shot. Great execution. This should be bang on. Could be another one that we put in note, just going to the right. But in real life, guys, I don't care. That ball spins back a good couple of feet. It's just a pity that we can't recreate
Well done.
some of the shots that the tours can play in and around the greens, the tour players can play. But we do move to 13 under with 2 holes to play. This really is a fantastic par 3. Like I said a few holes ago, guys, the par 3s in this course combine all the par 3s, and I think you've probably got some of the best par 3s ever designed. So bunkers left, bunkers right, water long. What more could you ask for? I'm just going to loft up this 6 iron. We've got that 5 mile per hour wind. If we're too far left of the pin, this ball disappears due to the contours of the green. It's a bit of a wavy swing line. Not sure where this is going to go. Just didn't sit down as quick as I would have imagined it would in soft conditions.
Okay, 21 feet to the cup from here.
So we've got a 21 foot putt. Poor swing line there. Got rightfully punished for it. Yardage was just a touch too long. We were actually in between clubs, but let's see if we can drain this from 21 feet. It's not going to turn, is it? Oh, wow. I tell you what, guys, from 2-3 feet out, you must have been with me there and didn't expect that was going to drop, but somehow it did. And we do pick up another birdie and move to 14 under par. So let's move on to the signature hole of this fantastic course. Look out for the lighthouse, guys. I mean, look at that. This heads northward. Entire left side is guarded by the sea, and the right is lined with out of bounds. And you will see the red and white striped Harbour Town lighthouse as a beautiful backdrop. Actually, I heard a lot of the guys today, as there's no crowd, saying the caddies not saying that lighthouse is a line, a target for them to take off the tee. It's near enough exactly what I'm doing here. Slightly more to the right. There's a fast. It's probably one of the best intending fasts I've played. And with that, we're still going to have a challenging approach shot into this tough par 4. 166 yards out. I think we can comfortably come down to the 8 iron. Just going to deal off this a few touches. Let this run up towards the pin. Green slightly slopes uphill, but looking to land this about 3 yards short and let it run out. It's a good strike. Tell you what, this is on target. If it gets down, it is getting down. This should sit. It does sit. It's another fantastic approach shot. I think we've really played this course well today. A few mishaps that we've been punished for, rightfully so. But there we go, guys. We do convert to birdie. What a fantastic round. Please get out there and play this course because it certainly won't disappoint you. But that is it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy this, please hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.